Hey everybody, it's Rob from Uncanny Gamers, and today I'm going to be making a video over my top 10 Game Boy Advance games. Now this is kind of a random video I just decided to make. I just felt like making a top 10, and the Game Boy Advance is probably my... I can't really choose between the DS and the Game Boy Advance over which is my favorite handheld console of all time. But either way, the Game Boy Advance is an awesome system, and I figured I'd just tell you my top 10 games. Now, number 10 is Sonic Advance. Now, I've never played Sonic Advance 3, I've played Sonic Advance 2. The reason I choose this one, though, is just because I have the most memories with this one, I guess, and I like the stages and everything like that. And, I don't know, the second one didn't really seem like it was that much different at all, really, so, yeah, I just decided to go with the first one, and, yeah, number 10. Number 9 is F-Zero Maximum Velocity. I had F-Zero on the Super Nintendo, the first one obviously, and I really liked that game. And this game is really similar to it, actually. It's pretty much, there's not that, of course it's upgraded and everything like that, but compared to like the Nintendo 64 and GameCube F-Zero games, this one didn't really do that much to upgrade. But I still played this. I still played this a lot, of course, because, you know, it's handheld and everything like that, and it was awesome game. Number 8 is Mario Kart Super Circuit. Now, the same thing with F-Zero. This game's pretty similar to Super Mario Kart on the Super Nintendo, but basically, I think this is the worst handheld Mario Kart game. I think Mario Kart 7 and Mario Kart DS are a lot better, but once again, when it came out and everything like that, it was still really fun. I played it a lot, so yeah. Number 7 is a game that I don't have on me actually. This was like one of my earlier Game Boy Advance games, and I don't know what happened to the cartridge, but that's Castlevania Circle of the Moon. Now, I never got a chance to play any of the other Castlevania games on Game Boy Advance, but I remember when I got this game, it was the second Castlevania game I played, being Symphony of the Night was the first one, and I remember I really liked it. It was really hard for me, like most of the Castlevania games are pretty hard games, but it's pretty fun. It's a pretty big Game Boy Advance game. I don't think it's as good as the Portrait of Ruin and Dawn of Sorrow and the DS ones though, but I do think it is a really good Castlevania game. Number 6 is Pokemon Pinball Ruby and Sapphire. I know a lot of people might not like this game, but I actually really enjoyed it. I like how you collecting all the Pokemon in your Pokédex and everything like that, and it was just really addicting to see who can get, or like filling up the Pokédex with all the Pokemon and from Ruby and Sapphire, and I like this one better than the Game Boy, the original Game Boy Pokemon Pinball game. This was just a lot of fun. I don't know if it's held up very well today, but I've got a lot of memories with it and everything like that. Alright, number 5 is Metroid Zero Mission. Now, I know this is pretty much just like a remake of Metroid 1, but I never played it. This is the first time I played it. I never played Metroid 1 because I never had an NES when I was a kid. But, well, now I've played it, but I didn't play it when it came out. And, but this was just, what I like about this game is just the freedom you have. You don't really have anything holding you back. You just explore the entire world. It's really good graphics, really fun game. This is one of the better Metroid games in my opinion. Number 4 is The Legend of Zelda Minish Cap. This game is like super underrated to me. I've never really heard people talk about it that much, and I think this is one of the better Zelda games. This is my favorite Zelda handheld game. Definitely way better than the DS ones in my opinion. But yeah, I just love the whole aspect of turning really tiny, like the Minish or whatever, with Eslo, the hat, and just the items were so cool, like the mole claws or whatever, the digger claws, and it was really unique Zelda game, which I love Zelda, but most Zelda games aren't really that unique compared to the other games in the series, but this one actually did a lot be different, and I don't think it's as appreciated as it should be. Yeah, so number 4. Number 3 is another remake, but once again, I played it on the Game Boy Advance first, and this one's really special to me because this is the first game I've beaten in the series, and that's Final Fantasy IV Advance. Some people might say this is kind of underrating it. If I'm going to put it on the top 10 list at all, it probably should be number 1. Some people might think, this isn't my favorite Final Fantasy game, but it's the first one I beat, and I really love it. Something I love about this game is the characters and the character development, especially, like with the main character Cecil, and that's what I call him. I don't care. I think Cecil sounds the coolest. But I like how his whole story of being a Dark Knight and then becoming good and all that, and it's really good game, and I really love the ending when you go to the moon. Like, I thought that was a little weird for like a medieval, I guess, Final Fantasy game. Yeah, it's just really cool. It's got awesome characters and everything like that. The battle system's fun. It's not like, it's basically what you'd expect from like a Super Nintendo RPG, battle-wise, I guess. But it is still a lot of fun, and the story's really good. Number 2 is, I'm including all these games as one, Pokemon Emerald, Ruby, and Sapphire. Now, the weird thing is, Sapphire was actually the game I got in the series, like the first one I got on day 1 or whatever, and I actually don't have that anymore. I have Ruby and Emerald. If you could pick one, go with Emerald because it's just an improved version of Sapphire and Ruby. But yeah, these are really kind of underappreciated Pokemon games. They're not my favorite by any means. They're probably actually my least favorite out of the first 4 games, not including Black and White. But they're still really, really good. They introduced a lot of things that are like essential to the Pokemon games, like running shoes and everything like that. This is one of the better Pokédexes, I think. Like Diamond and Pearl I actually prefer over these, but the Pokédex in this is a lot better than Diamond and Pearl. I know some people don't like the Pokemon in these games. The starter Pokemon in these games are really good. The environments are all like, compared to Gold and Silver and Red and Blue, the environments in this game are actually like, they have like weather and everything like that. Some things I don't like about them though, compared to the other games, is that they took out the night and day thing. I don't know why they would do that. And I don't know, it's pretty short compared to the other ones, I guess. But it's still a lot of fun. It's really good Pokemon games that aren't as appreciated as I think they should be, I guess. And number 1, another game I don't have on me, is Metroid Fusion. Now, this is definitely my favorite Game Boy Advance game and one of my favorite games of all time. I don't think it's as good as Super Metroid, but I still think it's my second favorite. But this game is amazing. This was the first Metroid game I ever played. Some things I don't like about it, because there's tons of great things about it. Really, it's a Metroid game, so it's pretty much got everything you'd expect in it, I guess. And some things I don't like about it are they kind of hold your hand with it compared to the other Metroid games, which for me, or for a lot of people, that would be a bad thing, but for me that was kind of a good thing, because when you play a Metroid game for the first time, it's kind of overwhelming, because they literally just say, here's this huge world, now go find everything you need to find, kill the bosses, and figure it out all yourself. This game actually kind of gives you objectives, which when replaying it after playing other Metroid games, it kind of is like, come on now, we know how to play Metroid, but if playing it for the first time, it's a really good starter Metroid to get into, because it actually does give you objectives and everything like that. That you have people like guiding you along a little bit, like, and stuff like that. It's not easy by any means. It actually has like really hard boss fights and everything like that, and the final boss is pretty hard. But it's just an amazing game, and just imagine playing a Metroid game for the first time. So of course that memory is always going to be amazing. So that might be the reason why this is my favorite Game Boy Advance game. But yeah, it's an amazing game. Go pick it up. And thanks for watching. And if you have any top 10s or top 15s, top 20, whatever you want me to do, I'm in a top 10 mood, I guess. So just comment them in the comment section.